You little scamp. Do you know how much the core you took was worth? I stole it from the castle. 3 years it took me to get it. And now...
Please! She's barely 10 years old!
Silence! Stay out of it!
Oh!
If you die, it'll be as good as new. You brought this on yourself.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always. My name is Jin. What's yours?
Laura.
It seems like sending outcasts was the right choice. You all right?
I've been through worse. I can handle it.
Jin, I swear I'll make your dream come true. So stop putting yourself at risk.
There's still time.
Is that part of your dream, too? What are we, in the end? This hunger I feel, this thirst, is it really my own? Or is it someone else's? Sometimes I can't tell. Tell me, Jin, are you really here? I don't know where I really am.
You're starting to sound like a human.
Oh, yeah?
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Humans and blades.
What's the deal with this ceasefire?
A tribunal, it looks like. Praetor or Malthus is here in person. And who's going to argue with the Praetor?
Does he have any clue how many men we lost? If those Ardanians get away with this, I could damn it.
Quit your grumbling, mate. All this is way beyond our pay grade.
You got that right. We're all just faceless cannon fodder to the bigwigs. CO says jump, we jump.
Hey everyone, so welcome back to the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Also, my voice just completely died on that intro. It may not also help that I just woke up like literally half an hour ago. But hey, I thought my voice would be warmed up enough, and wouldn't you believe it, it's not. But anyways, welcome back. As you saw, there's a lot of story stuff going on this part because you guys probably been wanting story, so I'm giving it to you, and I'm giving it to you live. Or actually, that's not correct.
I can open anything.
Anyways, but yes, we are continuing with this more story because I've been slacking on the story department because I've been wanting to do a lot of side stuff. Oh, my voice, it needs to stop doing the thing that it's doing. But it's okay. Like, we're making progress.
Feels good.
Actually, to be honest, I'm hoping that we're gonna make more progress before the end of this month. Because when you see this, it's probably already partway through the month.
I feel I can get strong.
And we're gonna be pushing the last of the videos hopefully during September. I'm hoping. Because a lot of the quests and stuff, the Blade quest and all the quest stuff that I'm doing, I'm probably gonna push until after we're done the DLC expansion that's supposed to be coming out September the, I think, 9th? I believe the 9th. Which I'll be recording that and that drops, and as soon as all the other videos are uploaded, so then we can just continue flowing into that instead of having an awkward break in the middle of it. So that's what we're gonna have to do. But my input won't be put too much in the video because, again, it's a lot more story heavy, so I hope you guys don't miss my beautiful voice that much. But as we get into the next cutscene, I will chime in whenever I can because of important events that I would like to comment on.
My deepest thanks to you for agreeing to this ceasefire, Queen Rakura, Emperor Nile.
As I recall from the Assyrian treaty of 350 years ago, the Praetorium was to refrain from intervention in times of war. And yet here you are intervening. But I trust you have a suitable justification, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But first, to ensure impartiality in these negotiations, may I present Nira, acting chairman of the Argentum Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing His Highness the Crown Prince Ozignev Tantal will ending.
Prince the Tantal.
Spectacle. Seems the Praetor has as much clout around her.
Could not just take them out here and now?
Good point. All the principals' heads gathered here? It'd make things easy later.
The way to the World Tree must first be opened. Wiping out mankind is the easy part. We could manage that ourselves.
Even so.
That isn't our only goal, remember? We must wait for the stage to be set.
Is Jin serious about this?
Yeah. I've been wondering that myself.
Oh, he's serious. He always is. He will annihilate mankind, and then he will kill the Architect. 。  .
. 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。
。 . .
「
Now, it seems Mor Ardain has been accused of a unilateral breach of treaty in this matter. Emperor Nile, I open the floor to you. Is there anything you wish to say?
While we are still conducting investigations into the cause, it cannot be denied any belonging to our force discharged against Uriah, regardless of any possible reason, and we are prepared to offer reconciliation grave offence.
So you want to settle this with money?
We'll provide any compensation necessary.
Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. To my ears, it sounds almost as if imply that the blame for this does not lie with your majesty at all.
We are investigating. I ask that we not draw any conclusions.
What need is there for investigation? I believe a cause has already been established. There are witnesses.
And that would be? What a preposterous notion. The people you speak of are merely a terrorist group. How could they possibly command that measure of...
It's the truth. I, Ozyclyrus, swear this in the name of King Eulogimenos Tantal.
Can confirm ex-Chairman Banner give these people some kind of supplies. Military supplies, methinks, and in great number, yes.
But why would...
What if I were to tell you that the Aegis Malos, who raised the world 5 centuries ago, was in...
Ridiculous. He disappeared in a flame.
Much alive, believe me. That arsehole, I mean, the Aegis fronted us in person. And if my word is not enough for you...
A blade? But the crystal...
This is another Aegis. Your Highness has heard of her, surely?
So the rumors that reached us were true. Who is its driver?
If you knew that, I dare say your surprise would be even greater. But that is not the matter we are here to discuss, Your Highness. This is a dire situation.
Six o'clock already. Mithra's been in there for a long time now.
We've just... They're dealing with the leaders of whole niche. It's not like there's anything you or me can do to help.
Noticed something about Malos. He's in Egypt, but you wouldn't know it from how he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's damaged in some way.
You mean he can't use the full extent of his powers?
The wounds I dealt in our battle long ago may not be completely healed. His end goal is Elysium. He wants to go back to the place he was born. There he can heal until his powers have recovered. If Malos is allowed to restore himself,
the horrors of 5 centuries past will turn.
Or worse still, Malos' goal is simple. He means to destroy humanity in its entirety.
Why would anyone desire that?
Perhaps he doesn't even need a reason. It seems to be a deep-seated drive. An instinct. As natural as breathing.
All of this is my responsibility.
Praetor Amalthus? Whatever do you mean?
It was none other than I who awakened Malos and unleashed him.
So, Your Eminence, you were once Malos is...
I never intended to obscure the truth. It is writ plain for all to see. I was... It was to prevent such foolishness. The message to the World Tree was hidden after the Aegis War. However, it's become apparent that the laws of men do not apply to Melos. The time may have come to lift that restriction. I appreciate this.
Don't think you've earned my trust. But since Rex is going to Elysium, paths are bound to cross. That's all.
I'm surprised. You seem so devoted to the boy.
It's for both our sakes. But you, Amalthus, who is it that you're living for?
I guess they did call her a goddess. The state funeral makes sense. Shouldn't you be them?
He's a boy. Best not to bother them at times like this.
I expected you'd be more clingy. You really are different from her.
Actually, it was more her idea than...
Really? Get. So wait, you're saying you want clingy or what?
I'll burn you.
I kid. Sheesh. It's weird, though.
What is?
I mean, don't you think it's odd? Normally, if a blade or its dries, it'll just go back to being a core crystal. So one just dead.
I did wonder the same thing. The way I know for a dead blade to keep its physical form. Enough? I mean, Cole. He was a flesh eater.
Yeah.
But Fan wasn't a flesh eater. I can say that for sure.
What's that?
That's the shape of Fan's crystal. Well, how it used to be.
But now it's a triangle.
Rex and I are quite a unique case, but this is different still.
How is it different?
If a blade shares its core with another, its shape changes in a uniform fashion. In our case, the center part went to Rex and the outer part to us. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a rule.
But Fan's isn't like that.
Exactly. It looks more like someone stole her core, doesn't it?
My apologies. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not really. What were you doing?
The core crystals. It marks their resonance success rate. Bonding with the crystal risks, you understand.
No.
When I became member of an Aegis, this awakened in me.
So, I might be able to do it too?
Who knows? Different people look for different things.
Right, yeah.
Now then, my work is done for the day. Come with me.
A special envoy? To Tantal? Me?
Behold. As a salvage, I imagine you are already aware, but this is Allrest, the world we currently inhabit. We make our home on Titans, moving in circles around the tree. And here lies the Great Void. This void came into being 500 years ago. It did not exist prior to that.
So I've heard. It's in our way anyway. It stopped us reaching the World Tree.
The Great Void is carved from the Cloud Sea by a monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Wait, you mean that thing?
To be precise, it is an artifice, a servant of the Aegis.
Of Mithra?
So that thing is Mithra's, then what did it attack? Doesn't make sense.
Ophion was felled in the ancient Malos, sinking clouds. This means someone must have revived it.
Correct.
And you're saying that some country Tantal?
Yes. They gave Ophion one directive: to ensure that none approach World Tree. They sought to prevent a repeat of the horrors of the Aegis War, so an obstacle was created, the Great Void.
How did they manage a feat like that?
As I've said, mankind is regressing. Only one remains that can rescind Ophion's orders, and it lies in Tantal.
It's called the Omega Feta, and it's guarded by the royal family. I'll take you to it.
I've prepared your envoy documents already. Your quest is to set foot in Elysium, correct? Malos and his ilk will surely seek the Omega Feta for themselves. I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there. Do it as a favor for a once foolish old man, and so that people may have a future in this dying world.
We're here!
Let's get...
We can reach Tantal by ship. Once we're there, we'll need to do a spot of walking.
Travelling with Shell led you? Never thought I'd see the day.
I think you'll find I make a fantastic ally.
Luck of Zeke not so great. Bet we shipwrecked by tomorrow.
Cheeky furball.
We're all gonna die.
Hey, Zeke. You said before that Torna concerned you too. What did you mean by that?
What? Oh, yeah, that. I don't know about those clans, but Torna, the country that fell 500 years ago, They were the ancestors of us Tantalese. The people of Tantal did from Adam, the hero of Torna, who escaped its destruction.
So, after Pyra fell asleep, Adam escaped to Tantal?
That's right.
That is the first I've heard of it. I have studied much history, but this story never featured. Most peculiar.
We're humble. Don't really like to brag about it. The only real trace left is in this here sigil of the royal family.
So why did you awaken Hayes?
Because her great use to me. Self under attack from Torna a number of times. Necessary in driving them back.
Really? Then why don't you seem to have any others? Blitz.
Driver though I may be, I am no fighter. Besides, I find the warrior monks here so reliable. They get the job done.
If you say so. I wonder, do you know why Torna are using the name of a dead...
Jin was a blade of Torna once. Loyalty and nostalgia. Who can say? Perhaps both.
Is that really all there is to it?
You don't think so?
I don't know much about what happened while I slept. There are no written records, either. All we have is stories passed down.
And you think that is insufficient? History is a murky thing. Only those present can truly know what took place.
But weren't you one of those present?
And that is why I offer you my cooperation.
I guess we'll find out if we go to Tantal.
Let's go!
Onwards!
Tensions seem high.
From her. It seems an official summit is to be held between Moraine and Uriah.
You mean about the recent ship? But I thought...
Didn't Praetor Amalthus get him to stop and sort it all out?
Perhaps there are some discussions they would prefer Indol not to be privy to.
Besides, Uriah doesn't like to associate too closely with Indol. They'd hate to be seen as acquiescing to the Praetor's will. Got to keep up appearances, you know.
Acquiescing? You what?
Like letting him tell them what's what.
For such a spanner, you sure use some big words. How come?
Stop calling me that! Buzz off, kitty no-mates! This summit would explain why Morag isn't around.
Indeed, and too.
Shared sovereignty over Gormott.
Yes. I don't think anything less will be sufficient to placate.
The Senate would never approve it.
I can overrule them by decree. Of course, I would need to secure Roderick's cooperation.
Imperial decree? If it's come to that, well then, dissent. I cannot help but admire your courage, your majesty.
That means a lot coming from you.
Acting Chairman Ira.
Sorry for it. is emergency, so Nira take liberty of by unannounced.
You certainly look troubled. What is this emergency you speak of?
Well,